What is good, Vibe Gang? Thank you for coming through to another episode of Vibe Talk, episode number 2, and it's about mental health. Ladies and gentlemen, I went through everything on the internet to try to give you a structured episode of Vibe Talk. And I'm gonna start doing that more often. Now, I'm learning as I'm going. You understand? So I went through YouTube last night. Between last night and today, I went through not YouTube, through Google to try to find a structured top 10 of steps that you can take for mental health to help you in the journey to get better. You understand? So the top 10 that I found, it's pretty much everything in the top 10 that I saw, what I agree with because I've been through it myself. So I agree that those were the steps that was taken for me to get better mentally. And just the numbers were backwards. So I just put it in the order that I went through it so you guys can follow through. If this regimen works for you, then that's beautiful. If it doesn't, there's other things out there. You could Google about anything else. You Google how long is a giraffe's neck. You Google how to take out a start of a car that you don't even own. You Google a whole bunch of stuff. Why don't you Google stuff that can help you? So go ahead, go to Google, put down whatever you have to put down in the search bar to find a regimen that's going to work for you. But this is what works for me. These are my top 10 steps to get better with your mental health. Step number 1. Talk about your feelings. The first step that I took when I knew there was an issue with my drug addiction and my depression and my high anxiety and all that, it was all a big cluster. A cluster. And the first thing I did was talk to my wife. Told her, I've been on drugs since you met me. I just never told you. I lied to you about it because I was ashamed of myself. And you'd be surprised how just talking to somebody that you trust, you think that person's gonna judge you, you think that person's gonna, look at you different or look at you funny or whatever the case is. But you'd be surprised if that person truly loves you, how their reaction will be when you tell them. The support system could be there, and you're not gonna know because you're too scared to ask or to say anything to anybody. I know the things that go through your head is dark, and I know the things that go through your mind, it's not something that you really want to publicize like that. But nobody to know. That's only in your thoughts. But if you can find that person that you trust, then I believe that person would understand. And I'm pretty sure if you trust that person, I'm pretty sure that person trusts you. So just find that one person, tell that person exactly how you're feeling to see if they could take you to step number 2. And step number 2 is going to be seek help if and when you need it. Now, what I mean by that is, before I told my wife the truth, it was a huge argument. And then I told her, and then when I told her, it was so much pressure relieved off me that the emotions were everywhere, and I didn't want to live no more. I didn't want to live at all, no more. And this is this thought that's been in my head, that was in my head for years before that. And I was using a drug to see if I could deal with it, and obviously that didn't work. So step 2, definitely, that person will probably convince you, but it's got to come within you to go ahead and go seek that actual help. Psychiatrists are very skilled into finding out what's going on with you and giving you the proper medication or the proper procedures or whatever it is that you got to do to get yourself better. They know what they're doing. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to see a doctor. They don't want to go to they don't want to do none of that. And I was one of them. Trust me, I was. I talked to my wife the next day this happened. I talked to my wife. Shit happened. I had to get Baker Act in order for me to go find that. professional help. But I didn't get professional help right after that. It was I got Baker Act, and then I got out, and months passed by before I actually, you know, reached out, and me and my wife went. Me and her went together to a counselor. And there was things in the relationship that needed to be fixed, so I needed to go see a counselor to go fix those. Now, I'm still in the process of trying to find, and I know it's been a long time, but my problem is that when you find something that works, you put everything else on the back burner. And I found other things like my painting. I was doing my paintings before I did YouTube. So I did my paintings, and then I went to go YouTube. So I was always finding a vice to cling on to stay sober and to stay level-headed. But when I tell you, it's hard for me, as long as I've been an addict and as long as I've been dealing with depression, anxiety, and everything else. It's hard for me to try to open up and talk to an actual professional, because, to be honest with you, I am absolutely scared. I'm absolutely 100% scared. I'm scared of what am I going to find out about myself, and if that's going to change my character, if that's going to change who I am as Ray. So I'm going to go find it, and I will go find it. Because like I said, every day is a new struggle. Every day we got to figure out. Take every day for what it is. Try to make the best of it and keep on moving. I don't know why I've been procrastinating on it, but I know that I need to go see somebody. But like I said, YouTube helps a lot. Like I would say 80%. Because I'm letting out my feelings. I'm letting out how I feel. I'm talking right now to you guys. So I use this as my therapy. But there's some people that can't do this. There's some people that can't do a reaction channel, whether they don't believe in themselves. And we're gonna talk about that later. And no matter what it is, they just don't have that outlet. So if you can't find that outlet, you need to go and find somebody to help you find that outlet. All right, so step number 3, take care of your body. Now, I know what you're saying. Ray, you a fat nigga. I know. I definitely know. The way I took care of my body is I stopped doing drugs. I stopped. And I told myself I'm not going to ever, ever, ever touch that again. I lost my job. I almost lost my family, and I almost lost my life. So I don't want to go through that pain no more. I don't want to go through that feeling. It sucks. Now, I was with my kids since day one. I was there for my kids. I'm there for my kids, whether I was on drugs or not. I always provided for my family. I always had a full-time job. I always paid the bills. My wife did not work, so it was all on me. If everything was on me, and I took care of my family. I did not leave my family deserted. I did not leave my family in the dust so I could go home and get high. I made sure my kids ate, and I made sure everything in the house was good. So, that being said, it wasn't easy. It absolutely wasn't easy. Because I know I had a demon inside of me that was numbing everything else. My humor, my joking with the kids, joking with my wife. That was diminishing little by little. I was more and more depressed. I'm talking about in the bed, getting high, and they don't even know it. My vices was coke and pills. That was my vice. Those were the monkey on my back. And pills and coke don't gotta smell that other people can smell unless they fucking sniffing with you. So I got it in how I got it in. And it was in the bed, eating junk food, watching TV, and I didn't move out of there. My kids had plays, I didn't go. I was so much in a funk that I knew that the first step that I needed to do was get off those drugs. Because I know the drugs was making it worse. So I had to make changes. It was the most difficult thing that I could do because I was an addict for almost 20 something years. So people are gonna say, "Oh, but you smoke weed." You know why I smoke weed? Because weed was not my vice. I never smoked weed like that. I never liked smoking weed like that. But I tried all the pills and the medication that the doctors gave me and it wasn't working. It was making it worse or it was making it even. So you have to find your area of what you're comfortable, what is actually helping you. Now, some of these medications you guys have to understand is not one pill is going to fix everything. That's not how that works. There's some pills out there that your body has to get used to it in the system in order for it to actually work. So sometimes you got to wait a couple of days. Sometimes you got to wait a couple of weeks. Sometimes you got to wait a month and change. But I'm not going to say what didn't work for me is not going to work for you because it might. But weed, to me, I talked to one of my doctors, and that's what he told me. He's like, if that's what you think is going to help with the anxiety, with the depression and everything else, then that's what you have to do. So that's what I'm doing, and it's been working. I'm not a pothead whatsoever. Why did my light just turn off? See, why niggas trying to hate for, man? Why niggas trying to hate for, man? We been having a real deep conversation, weren't we? Motherfuckers, hold on. Stay still. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So, take care of your body, whether it be you finding exercise helps, whether you finding playing sports helps, whether you find swimming helps. Anything that you can do with your body that you're looking forward to, or not even that, something to let out frustration. Because I'm not a gym type of dude. Like I really don't like going to the gym because I'm a heavy dude and I have a bunch of medical issues that I feel like I'm gonna be dead the next day, so I don't even do it. But I know that I have to. So I want to start walking and I want to start doing stuff like that with the wife and everything, so I can get some of this beer gut out of here. But if that's what helps for you, then go ahead and hit it hard. But don't hit it to the point where it's dangerous. You could go to the gym too much. That is a such thing. But you need to know how to, is balance. Balance is key about everything. You have to learn how to balance all that stuff that you guys are going through and everything on a daily basis, because it's easy to say it, but I lived it. You wake up in the morning depressed. Mid-afternoon, this is you in the recovery now. I used to do a bump, take a pill in order to get myself back into my head, and it just took me to another world. But now I'm not doing it. So when I wake up depressed or anything like that, I gotta put it in my mind, yo, that you gotta look forward to this. You gotta put goals and stuff that make you look forward to, which we'll talk about that later. But if you guys say it again. Take care of your body. There it goes. If you guys have anything out there that can keep your energy, because endorphins gives you that feeling of like you did something today. It gives you a little bit of happiness of you working out and opening up those endorphins to go do their magic and make you feel just a little bit better. See, me doing this, you see the energy that you guys get. That's tiring. That's my exercise. So it works. So make sure you're keeping yourself healthy. Now, number 4 is a very important one. Very important one. It should have been number 3, but it's number 4. Because I believe I put number 3 in my own case because I got off the drugs. But you could use that as your number 3 as well. Value yourself. You have to value yourself. You have to understand that everything that you think about yourself, it's only you that thinks that. I hate these things. It's only you that thinks that. Nobody else thinks that but you. So when you're over here with the always me's and oh my God, no, don't do any of that. Stop. You're the only one that thinks that. You need to understand that people love you. They see the potential in you. They see the strength in you. They see all that. You are the one that don't see it. So you need to learn how to value yourself a little bit more, and make sure you understand that everyone around you loves you and doesn't want anything to happen bad to you. They want the best for you. It's just that it's sometimes when outside looking in, if they look at you and they see what's going on, it saddens them that they're losing you every day. They're losing a little bit of you. Understand, it's all about what's going on through your head. You need to learn how to value yourself, love yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, how can you dare say that you love somebody else? You can't. Because obviously you don't know what love is. So please, ladies and gentlemen, understand that you have to know that you're loved. Even if it's for a handful of people, still that handful of people is going to be your rock. Just because people on YouTube don't like you, just because people on Instagram don't like, those are not real fucking people. The people around you is the ones that are going to have to deal with the aftermath of you. These people that are saying they don't like you and everything are not going to care. So why do you? So value yourself and understand that you are loved. That was a very important one. You guys have to understand it. Number 5, being mindful. Being mindful is like I like to talk about it sometimes in some of my videos. Being mindful in the sense of meditation, yoga. Put yourself in Zen. You know what I do when I'm having a rough day? When I'm having a rough week, it's usually I'll be good until midweek. And then midweek, I'm just like, fuck. But I like to take a shower, very, very warm shower. Light a candle, turn off all the lights. And I play just flute instrumentals, guitar instrumentals, piano instrumentals. I just play instrumentals. And get out of the mindset of, oh, now I gotta go do this. Oh, now I gotta rush do that. Oh, now I gotta go do... No, stop. Relax. What do you think I say? Relax. Relax. When I say relax, I mean put yourself in the moment of Zen and clear your mind a little bit. Take it easy. It's not that serious. Understand that half the things that you think right now in the moment that you're going through, half the things that you think that are, oh my God, I'm never going to outcome of this. To a normal person, they're like, well, all you have to do is that. Why are you making it such a big deal? We over exaggerate our situation. We make it seem like it's something when it's not. And that's our brain doing that. And you know why our brains is doing that? Because we have so much stuff running through our heads right now that we can't think clearly, and it doesn't come to us. So please, just be mindful. Make sure that your noggin is working at full strength. Just relax. It's as simple as that. Just relax. However that is, whether it's a bonfire and you're sitting out there smoking a blunt, whether it be you just driving in your car with the windows rolled down, listening to the music, if that's what you have to do to get to that place, do it. Do it at least once a day. I don't like doing it once a day because if I feel like if it's too much repetition, I'm gonna get bored of it, and it's not gonna be something that I love to do. So I look forward to that. Remember we were talking about looking forward to things? I look forward to that Friday night. Because I usually do it Friday nights. I look forward to it. It's my time. So please be mindful of yourself. Number 6, learn how to deal with stress. Now, a lot of people's like, you know how I deal with stress? No. I do that for my anxiety at best. This is helping for my anxiety. This has nothing to do with my stress. But does it help? A little bit. It does help a little bit. But if that's, I don't want people to be like, all right, well, I'm going through so much stress. Let me go get something to get myself high or drunk or whatever to get myself out of it, because that's never a good thing. That's never a good thing to do. But when I say, there's other things that you can do. Like at work, I don't get high at work. I don't smoke like that. I smoke when I'm on this chair. When I'm ready to go live, or I'm ready to go do my videos, or if I'm editing my videos. When I'm in this Zen place right here is when I smoke the most. But I don't smoke at work. I don't smoke after work. I don't smoke in the morning. I don't do any of that. If I'm off, maybe. If I'm off. But I don't need it to survive my whole day. I don't need to be high all day to survive it. This is just my nerves. It takes care of my nerves. It takes care of my anxiety, which makes me do this, which makes me less depressed, which helps me sleep at night. It's that simple. It was right there. But dealing with stress comes in many forms. There's little techniques that I've read about throughout the years, that cold water in the face brings your heart rate down, which then takes your stress and relieves it a little bit. Chocolate. Chocolate has something in it that I don't know, but when you chew a piece of chocolate, have you noticed that you smile a little bit? I don't know if that chocolate stuff works. It doesn't work for me. But if chocolate works for you, do it, but don't abuse it. Do it, but don't abuse it. Stress. People go exercising. Then we go back to step 6 or 5. People go do exercise. Exercise a little bit helps with stress. It does. Anything physical that you do. Listen, I had to go put a cement post for my mailbox, right? And then I made the fire pit in the back of my house and everything. And me just doing those physicalities, I put up fans. Me doing anything around the house helps with my stress a little bit, because you feel like you're doing something. You're focused on that one task, and you're not paying attention to what's going to stress you out. So keeping your mind busy by doing projects at home, whether you doing yard work or whether you're painting or whatever it is you're doing. Hobbies are the best things to have. My hobby was doing my pour paintings. Best thing in the world. Helped me with my fucking stress so much. It was my place to zen. I got music playing in the background, got incense around my garage, and I do my pour paintings in peace. The best thing in the world, you need to find that for yourself. So whatever it is, you guys know yourselves better than I do. Find that one thing that can help you with that. Number 8 is going to be, like I said, sleep better. Not only, I understand that some of us are like, I can't, there's no such thing as sleeping better because I got so much shit going on in my head. Well, you can use step 6 and 7, or in 5, 6, and 7, and you can start doing things that's gonna make your brain not think about it so much. Because remember, half the time you're the only one thinking about this. Because if there's a situation in your brain that you can't stop thinking about, 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is gonna be hard to hear because I didn't want to hear this either. But 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not like you could do anything about it anyways. You cannot fix no type of issue financially or whatever the case is at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Most issues. Some you can, but most issues you can't. So understand that you can't do nothing about it. So rest. When they tell you 8 hours a day, keep the doctor away. Just like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If you get your max 8 hours of sleep, and I know some people are like, oh, I could run off for 4 hours. Yeah, because you're dumb. You think you can because you've been doing it so long. You think you can last with 4 hours because that your body is used to that. So just because you wake up and you do your regular routine every single day and you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, Your body's going to be used to only getting 4 hours of sleep. Doesn't mean it's good for you. I was like that. 2, maybe 3 hours of sleep a night. I'm good with 3. No, I wasn't. My head was clouded. I couldn't think straight half the time. On top of that, I'm high. I was high. So obviously it wasn't fucking working. I was just fucking up. Doing a bunch of dumb shit. Because I'm not thinking straight. At max 8 hours of sleep. And I know it's hard. Melatonin works very well and is not gonna fuck up your kidneys or anything like that. Or your guts or anything like that. Like Tylenol PMs is cool, but melatonin, you know what really works is melatonin. Take like 3 melatonins and hot tea at night, right before you go to bed. Hot tea and melatonin, it soothes the whole body, it relaxes the whole body. Boy, slumber. So find other things that will help you get to bed early. You know, sometimes you have to put the phone down. Sometimes that's just something that has to be done. That half the reason why people stay up is because they're online looking and reading shit that they shouldn't be reading and looking at in their state of mind. You shouldn't be looking at. Am I going to kill myself? Why are you reading that at 3 o'clock in the morning? Stop. And I'm being serious. Stop. That's not helping you at all. Put that phone down. At 10 o'clock, put that bitch in the charger and throw it away. When I'm done with my videos and I'm done doing my thumbnails through my phone, I put that phone in the charger and I don't even touch it no more for the rest of the night. Half the times I leave it in the garage and I go to bed. Just not to have it, because I know if I have it, I know I'm going to get on it and I'm going to start playing my stupid games or whatever the case is. So get your rest. It's very important, people. You don't understand how important rest is. It's very important. Número 9. Did we do this one? Yeah, we already did get rest. I think we did. Yeah, we did that one. All right, so bow. Number 9. Set realistic goals for yourself. Now, this is one thing in the process of you getting better. This is something that you're going to be dealing with down in the future. Once your head is clear and once you got a good regimen going every single day, you're doing better, and every single day you're trying new stuff. But sometimes you got to give yourself something to look forward to. So before I got my house and before I started YouTube, I was slipping back into a depression. But we were in the process of buying a home. So that stress alone was already killing me. But instead of me taking it as a negative, I went with it. And that was a goal that needed to be met. So once they gave us the key to the house, that the enjoyment, it's not even because we bought the house. It was just we actually did it. We are here. We're in the finish line. So now we need to set up the next one. Always set yourself up. Every successful person in the world right now, I guarantee, has got about 10 to 20 fucking goals that they're trying to meet. Still, they got all the money. Their family's good. They're happy. It's not even because they got money. They're just happy. They got their stuff together. They're doing what they love to do. They're with their kids. They're with their wife. Everybody's happy. They're enjoying their life. But it's because you're not done setting up your goals. You're not done. We're finished with goals. We got the house. That was goal met. Now, everybody that owns a house knows that buying a house, you have to set up goals to fix this house. Not even to fix it, but to upgrade the stuff, get a new roof, get a fence put up, all that stuff. So we're in step like 20 right now because we're in the process of getting the fence done. And then after the fence, we're going to put up the pool. And then after the pool, what was the next one? We're going to do the roof. So that's our goals that we set for ourselves. In order to do that, you need money. So my wife is busting her ass I'm grinding, she's grinding, and we're trying to meet the same goal. Set yourself up a goal. That's one way of thinking of step. Like I said, one way of setting up realistic goals. Other realistic goals. You're trying to to get off of substance, anything, alcohol, whatever it is. It's not bad. It's to the point where you can control it, but you can also have the strength to stop it as well. So set that goal and say, I drink a 20 pack a day. All right, so I'm gonna start from today. I'm only gonna drink 1 beer a day, or 5 beers a day instead of 20. Boom. After you've done that for a while, all right, now I'm gonna set my goal. I'm only gonna drink 1 beer a day. Start setting yourself up something that you can go off. That works with food. That works with the gym. That works with a lot of things. So that setting realistic goals in that sense is broad. You could do anything to make sure that you're always keeping a goal in front of you that you have to reach. Always be working. Always be hustling. Always make sure that you got something going on that needs your attention. You set yourself realistic goals. You could lose the weight that you wanted to lose. You can stop doing the drugs that you were doing. You can stop. It's easy as stop eating fast food. Stop going out so much. Spend more time with the kids and get the kids to a point. Make little competitions with the kids. Let's see who can make the best this. You got a week. And then start doing more things outside the home with the family and stuff like that. Set up goals like that, man. Set up goals that's going to be positive, that's going to push you forward. It's hard. That's why you have to start slow. You can't think that you're going to headbutt this and it's going to fix everything. That's not how that works. You have to slowly take these steps and when they say realistic goals, like, don't say I'm going to be a millionaire and offer drugs by next year. Stop. Because when you don't meet that goal, now you're back to square one mentally. So don't do that. Please don't do that. Set realistic goals as, like I said, with the alcohol and with the food and the snacks and fast food and going out. Now, you don't always got to go out to spend money. You have a lot of fun at home for free. You'd be surprised how much fun it is to go play a board game with your family that everybody's in their head in their phone. You barely know your kids barely know you, but you sit down in a board game and phones away. I'm telling you, it's the most fun. I would rather do that than go to the club with my boys. Absolutely 100%. I'd rather do that. And the last step that we have for tonight's show is going to be avoid alcohol / drug / whatever your vice is. What happens is when you are in the recovering stage, mental health, when you're trying to get your mental, even if drugs was not the cause of your mental problems, when you're trying to get help, it's a stressful ordeal that you have to deal with throughout the whole thing, because you're opening up to people that you would not normally do. The stress level will be sky high. Your anxieties will be sky high. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to know what to do with yourself. Don't forget about the alcohol to numb it. Forget about the drugs to numb it. Forget about all that stuff. Face it head on. Face it head on. Whatever the case is, you have to understand. It's hard. I know. I'm laughing because it's difficult. I'm talking like my head. I'm just like, nigga, you just been dealing with this shit for the past. But if you think that any type of substance is gonna help deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's not. So these are for the people that are not an addict, that are dealing with stuff that they believe that if they do this, alcohol, drugs, whatever the case is, if they do that, it's going to fix something. It's not going to fix anything. If anything, it's going to make it 100 times worse. So please understand that truly to your heart, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. Guys, those are my top 10 ways that help me deal with my mental illness. My mental illness, which would be anxiety, depression. I've dealt with it I've been dealing with it for over 20 something years. And right now, in just the last 7, ever since I got off drugs, I'm going on 8 in November. Not November, in April. With April. I'm going almost 8 years without doing anything that I was doing before, like the drugs and the pills and coke and the alcohol. I still drink, but I don't drink like that. I know my limit. I don't honestly. I still got Coronas that I bought like 2 weeks ago in the fridge. That's how much I don't drink. But understand that I've been through all this stuff, and these 10 things I believe can help at least one person out there. If they do it in that way, even if you want to mix it up, I believe that's the best way that you guys can face this. And as always, if you guys need somebody to talk to or anything, you know how to reach me. You got Rock is right over here. RayVibe5 on Instagram or RayVibe on Twitter. DM me. I got this one lady that she did hit me up a couple months ago. I still got her email. She said that she is a psychiatrist. She's not a practicing one, but she does have a degree, and she is willing to help out those for free at no charge. So if you guys want, I'm gonna put the link, her email down below. She said give it to you guys so you guys can contact her to see if she can help you guys, at least somebody to talk to. She's a very dope person. You guys reach out to her, and I hope that she can help with whatever you guys are dealing with. That being said, I love you guys. I got videos coming next, so we're gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Peace.